What's up, y'all? This is your boy Eddie Jackson. Welcome back to the Drop That Podcast. Before we get started, give a shout out to our sponsor, Layback TV, okay? Number one on all fucking platforms, okay? Multiple 10,000 channels, multiple sports channels, all movies on demand. Don't believe me? Check them out on Layback TV. You can see for yourself. They're compatible with your iPhones, Androids, and your Fire Sticks, okay? LAYBACKTV.com. Only $25 a month, yo, and I guarantee you will not be disappointed. Network, streaming service, all in one, all right? Now, let's get into some wrestling talk. Whoa! Yo, what an interesting Smackdown and Raw post Elimination Chamber, because we are the road to WrestleMania. I will see you there, Las Vegas, Nevada, Legion Stadium, you know what I'm saying? But with that being said, Smackdown was interesting. You know, we had LA Knight, who defeated Shinsuke Nakamura, ending his reign from Survivor Series, recapturing the title. So now LA Knight is a two-time U.S. champion. So congrats to LA Knight. I think LA Knight getting the title back actually keeps it going, keeps the momentum going weekly on SmackDown, being a two-time U.S. champ, going into WrestleMania as U.S. champ. I think they should make the U.S. title definitely should be defended at WrestleMania, and it should be multiple competitors as well. I mean, you could do a four-way, I believe. Because I see what they're doing. They got the whole Jacob Fatu, Solo Sikoa, little friction going on, and rumor has it Solo Sikoa may face Jacob Fatu at WrestleMania. I hope not, because even though they're supposed to be heels, but the crowd is making Fatu a babyface. I don't know. The aura seems a little off. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think Solo Sikoa needs a high-profile match at WrestleMania. I think Jacob Fatu earned the right to have a high-profile match at WrestleMania. If I'm Nick Aldis, I'll make two guys who are supposed to be baby heels, two guys who are actual baby faces, four-way U.S. title match. Okay? Four-way U.S. title match. Now, hear me out. LA Knight defending the U.S. title against three deserving moments of competitors. Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, and peep this shit here, Jimmy Uso. Who wins? I mean, in my mind, Jimmy. You know, Jacob is having like an untouchable kind of spirit in the ring with everyone. Solo has just dropped the ball so many times in different opportunities. LA Knight, I mean, he was given a moment last year at WrestleMania 40, defeating AJ Styles. I mean, Jimmy is overdue a moment, especially a singles title. Definitely winning the U.S. title on the same night your brother's challenging for the world title. Why not? You know, it's the Smackdown title. You're not in the undisputed WWE title picture, but U.S. title's available. So that's how I see it. Randy Orton speaks on KO. So apparently the 2009 version of Randy Orton, you know, when he was headbutting, you know, everyone, seems like he wants to bring that back. As a babyface, it'll be interesting, because I remember seeing it as a heel back in 2009. So, looks like they're going to really go through with this match at WrestleMania with Randy and KO, you know. So they're going on their second WrestleMania being competitors against each other, even though they were friends nearly a year ago. What else we got? Oh, that cinematic situation between Jade Cargill, the returning Naomi, and number one contender to the Women's World Championship, Bianca Belair. It's interesting. I mean, because this is going to kind of transition over to my Raw review. But on SmackDown, you know, Naomi gave her explanation on why she attacked and admitted she attacked Jade. Didn't see that coming. You know, it gave everyone's talking about it. You know, it gave a Rikishi running over Stone Cold Steve Austin kind of vibe. I did it for The Rock. I did it for the people. So you mean it? And back then, Rikishi did it. You know, knocked off the top guy, Stone Cold Steve Austin, out of there, and The Rock's career kind of propelled. You know what I mean? Interesting. So Naomi shifting Jade out of the way. Look at Bianca. She may have lost the tag titles, but she became the winner of the Elimination Chamber, which guarantees her a shot at the Women's World Championship, which is as of last week, is against Io Sky. Now you're going over to Raw. You know, even though that segment, I'm sorry, I don't want to leave that segment just like cliffhangered. Naomi made that up, made up of her reasons, called Bianca an ungrateful bitch, did that, and then decided to, Jade showed up. She showed up in her vehicle with a magnificent outfit. It looked like fucking killer outfit. It looked like it was a white bodysuit with all blood all over it. It was dope. It was fire. So shout out to Jade on that outfit. And she's been doing a lot of photo shoots and promo work with Ricky Saints. You know what I mean? They've been good friends ever since AEW, so it was like, yo, it's pretty dope. You know, we get a different look out of Jade. But she did that and then got pretty much her ass handed to her again by Jade. Now, getting your ass whooped on SmackDown and literally getting murdered at Elimination Chamber, what does that make me want? A match between Jade versus Naomi at WrestleMania? Fuck no, I don't want to see that. I don't. It's good cinematic work, but no. I'm not interested. It's going to look like a fucking squash. If you can't even beat Jade's ass, you just keep running. You know, I thought, you know, former women's champion, former TNA Knockouts world champion, former tag team champion on 2 occasions. Why the hell are you running? I mean, it's looking like Jade as a babyface, but, you know, I mean, this would only look right if Jade was a heel. But that's just me. I don't want to see that match. No, I don't. I want to see Jade Cargill at WrestleMania. The way that she's returned just in time for WrestleMania. So you need to be part of WrestleMania. But if I had my opinion, you know, I think we'll see Jade and Naomi somewhere involved in the match that Bianca is going to be challenging for the Women's World Championship, right? But yeah, this leads to Rhea, Bianca, and Io's promo on Raw, where Rhea and Bianca seem to be getting really heated at each other, right? They've been itching to compete against each other for years, and there was a time where Rhea was Raw champion and Bianca was SmackDown champion. You know what I mean? It's just inevitable that these two have to compete. Now, if you gotta add Io, cool. Before this promo, I was really not seeing the point of Io involved, but you know, because like I feel like in the ring is gonna look dope, but in promos, no, not really, because Io, you know, she speaks her native language, not too much on the English type. You know, I don't know. I would have been sold more with Rhea versus Bianca. But after that promo, where Io is literally smacking the living dog shit out of Bianca and Rhea, fighting for her respect, then you could pretty much say, yo, this is no longer going to be a Bianca versus Io situation. This look like it's going to be a triple threat match with Bianca, Io, and Rhea for the Women's World Championship. Because to me, that doesn't look appetizing if you just have Bianca and Io. No, I'm sorry. On the card, on paper, it doesn't. When you add the former Women's World Champion and only full Grand Slam champion in the WWE, I really think this would be spicy to add Rhea. But in this triple threat match, if this is the route they go, I really do see Naomi and Jade getting in the way, either costing Bianca the title or helping her win, but with a tainted victory. Just saying. Raquel Rodriguez of Judgment Day defeats Bayley to now be the number one contender to the Women's Intercontinental Champion, Lyra Valkyria. Which I feel two ways about this, because one, where does this leave Bayley now? You know what I mean? Bayley is the new addition to Raw after leaving SmackDown. Over there on SmackDown, she may have had her lowest failures, but her highest successes. She was last year's 2024 Women's Royal Rumble winner, and she went right to WrestleMania 40 to challenge Io Sky for the WWE Women's Championship and defeat her, and go on to have a 5 to 6 month reign, but lost the title to Nia Jax at SummerSlam. Title defense is everything. I don't know where this leads to Bayley, where she goes from here. It'll be interesting. You know what I mean? Like, you didn't win the Royal Rumble back to back, so you weren't the first woman to do it. You did not win the Elimination Chamber to challenge for the Women's World Championship. And now you don't even get a shot at the Intercontinental Championship. You know what I mean? It's interesting where Bayley goes from here. Sure, they'll find something for her, but top title fights? Nah, it's probably not. Raquel Rodriguez definitely challenged for the Intercontinental Championship. Does interest me. I mean, I feel like the hype behind first ever Intercontinental Champion, Women's Intercontinental Champion, Lyra Valkyria, I think it's died down, you know, especially after winning it and retaining it against Dakota Kai and retaining it against Ivy Nile. I don't think this works anymore. Raquel would definitely put some hype behind that Intercontinental Championship. We get a real steady baby face against Raquel Rodriguez. And Raquel Rodriguez is really overdue in the majors, you know, as far as Raw and SmackDown goes. She's overdue for a singles title. You know what I mean? She did at a time challenge Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley for the Women's World Championship in that 5-way match, a couple years back at Survivor Series. She's had health issues, but she's back, and I think showing her aura, her power, you know what I mean, a little bit better now than when she first came back and going into the Judgment Day. She was just very miscommunication. I think Raquel challenging for the IC title, women's IC title, would definitely put some power in behind it. So let's see what they do with that. Gunther destroys Jey Uso again. I just hope Jey Uso, with these little moments, I hope he stays healthy. We still got almost a month. Like, we got a little bit over a month left for WrestleMania. We got a little bit over a month for WrestleMania. We got to make sure Gunther's healthy. We got to make sure Jey Uso is healthy. We need that World Championship match, okay? AJ Styles comes to the aid of Andrew Schultz after being attacked by Logan Paul. Looks like we're going to do a AJ Styles versus Logan Paul. This has the potential to be one of the matches of the night contenders. At least a contender for match of the night. You know what I mean? Even if Logan wins or AJ wins, I think AJ is overdue a big pay-per-view win. I mean, he's helped put over Roman. He's helped put over LA Knight. He's helped put over Cody's reign as champion. Yeah, AJ is overdue. Just saying. But it should be up for a good match. Cody, he spoke on SmackDown. He spoke on Raw. But SmackDown, we're getting the first time we hear him speak since the event, since the Elimination Chamber in Toronto. And on Raw, he basically mentioned that one of the stops of John Cena's his retirement tour, his farewell tour, his first stop since Elimination Chamber is going to be in Brussels. So we're going to have the undisputed WWE champion Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare, and heel turn on John Cena in the same building in Brussels. Do we get John Cena alone? Or do we see him with Travis Scott? Or do we see him with the final boss? We never know when the final boss is coming. But we know John's going to be there. So very interested to see what that is. And it's already been signed thanks to Dominic Mysterio. Finn Balor gets to challenge Braun Breaker for the Intercontinental Champion next week in Brussels. I can't wait for that. But let's get into this final moment, this final subject. CM Punk versus Seth Rollins in the steel cage match. Seth Rollins and CM Punk. I've heard a lot of people have their opinions about it. This gave me... it's been a while with the steel cage matches. I mean, I come from the era where steel cage matches used to be pinfall, and then it changed to escape the cage when they had not the regular silver cages. They had the what did they have? What was it? The blue cages. You know what I mean? Like one of my favorite steel cage matches when they were the blue cages back in the not the golden years, but the Federation years, was Bret Hart, right? Defending the WWE title at SummerSlam 94 against King of Hearts, Owen Hart, rest in peace. That was one of the big matches. This match reminded me of that. It was curb stomps. It was GTSs. It was STFs. It was Anaconda Vices. It was elbow drops. It was super stomps. It was Seth using the GTS. It was Punk using the curb stomp. Back and forth, kicking out. Very entertaining match. Gotta get, holy shit. Yeah. I think this was a pretty dope, steel cage match. So kudos to Seth and Punk for this match. Seth won the match due to Roman Reigns, the OTC Tribal Chief, arriving at Madison Square Garden. Out of nowhere, pulling Seth out of there. The returning Roman Reigns. We haven't seen him since Royal Rumble when he got curb stomped not once but twice. Steel steps by Seth Rollins. And pulled him out once you escape the cage. Even Punk and Seth were offering each other to fucking get out the cage, and they never did it. Now, this is interesting. So, I think this is interesting. Pulling him out, Superman punch, spear, and a curb stomp. Okay. And then we see the wise man Paul Heyman consoling CM Punk in the cage. Roman ain't having that shit. That's his wise man. So it was interesting. Got in the ring, threw him to the cage twice, and speared CM Punk. Took out Punk and Seth. I guess we're gonna get that rumored Roman versus Punk versus Seth at WrestleMania. I'm okay with this match. Each guy has a problem with each of each other. I'm okay with it. My only problem is, what's it for? We need a stipulation with a match this big and possibly be a main event or potential main event. Punk versus Roman versus Seth needs to have a stipulation. I'm just saying. So let's marinate on that. But I'm your boy, D Jackson, so drop that podcast. We're out of this motherfucker. Y'all go ahead and leave a comment if y'all like. Oh, you gotta disagree, agree, disagree. Don't matter. Subscribe to the channel. Like the page. Y'all already know what the fuck it is. Appreciate y'all support. Y'all be good, alright? Peace!